on Twitter, all the feedback that we're getting from you. Yeah, folks are wondering, man, what hit tonight? What hit Bartlett? What hit out in Lakeland? Just getting comments like that. And now you have all these power outages, over 60,000 MLGW customers without power, transformers blown. Yeah, it's a big deal tonight as we watch these storms come through quite ferociously through the News Channel 3 viewing area. Kristen, do you have any more information over there?
Yeah, we're getting a couple reports in. One, our reporter Jessica Gertler said she just got a phone call. A tree fell on a garage behind a home on Stonewall. It crushed the garage and 2 cars inside. We're also getting a report from Twitter. Austin just told me about this. An 18-wheeler turned over at Hollywood in the 40 exit. We're not sure if lightning was involved in that accident, but an 18-wheeler turned over at Hollywood and 40. And we also have a crew on the way to a tree on a house at Aiden Street and also another tree on a house at Dallas Street. So several trees on houses, again, like Tim and Austin have been mentioning tonight. If you don't have to get on the road, don't get on the road. If you are at home, take cover, be safe. It is very scary outside right now. Tim and Austin?
Yeah, we just people leaving comments here on Twitter. Here's a report. Again, we just got want. That's what it said, want, in Bartlett. Power out everywhere. Here's another report this is from Michelle. That first report was from Craig over in Bartlett. This is Michelle. We're getting a lot of heavy rain in Hernando, quite a bit of wind as well. That's Hernando, Mississippi. We've had multiple reports coming out of the Bartlett area tonight. Large tree down, blocking a road, Wilkinsville Road, south of Drummond's in Tipton County. Emergency crews on the scene. So there's a report there. 13th floor of the apartment in Midtown doesn't do well when you have 60-mile-per-hour winds. So that is a report from Midtown. Agreed with that. It doesn't. It's not any fun at 13 floors up. It's no fun on the ground. But nonetheless, that's the hand that we are dealt tonight as we watch these severe storms come across the Mid-South. Hey, we're glad you're with us. This is not something that we necessarily look forward to on a holiday weekend, but it's our job. This is what we are paid to do. It's something that we want to provide to you at home, is to let you know where these storms are, where they're heading, if you're going to be affected. This is part of what we do to keep you and your family safe. So you do what you have to do. It doesn't matter if it's a holiday weekend or not. We're here because that's what we do. We serve the viewers of the Mid-South. So the worst of this coming through Memphis. Already Memphis, Shelby County cleared of the severe thunderstorm warnings. There are still multiple warnings across North Mississippi, from west to east, basically all across north central Mississippi. I don't see an awful lot of severe thunderstorm warnings at this point back across areas of north central Arkansas. As Austin takes the data off the screen, we're pretty much clear as far as warnings go until you get back into like Fort Smith, Arkansas. That being said, we'll watch this line of storms to see if they strengthen anytime over the next little bit. But if we can just get through this one wave here, Austin, at least until that moves through, we'll pick up a little bit of reprieve a little bit later on this evening.
Yeah, but this is still going to have the potential for causing a lot of problems in and across northern areas of Mississippi. So if you are planning on traveling as this storm comes on through, Oxford, this will be heading your direction pretty soon. Hernando, getting some gusty winds through there. Holly Springs, numerous reports from Twitter at this time talking about what's been going on out across portions of the area for tonight. Craig HQ_Shark 2TH. Bartlett got stomped, power out all over about a half an hour ago. Justin Willingham from over at WKNO saying he drove from Playhouse on the Square through Germantown to Collierville, then to Cordova. Looks like it's going to keep on for tonight. Powers, the flickering around the area. And again, that report from Jackie Howard of 18-wheeler turned over on the expressway past Hollywood exit westbound I-240 at this time. Power flickering around Raymer, Stone Teague 21 on Twitter. Thank you very much for that report. Jeff G. Davis 92, power outage on Mud Island. Thank you very much for that. The heavy rainfall in Hernando from Mama Cat 1956. Thank you very much for that report out there. Message in a Bottle Productions, MIAB Productions, reporting just drove into Lakeland from downtown via Sam Cooper after a wedding. Watch the light pole fall and explode. It's wild out there. Yeah, wind damage is going to be a very good possibility with these storms as they pass on through. If you have, again, time to report this, at this time, just for 1 second, if we could go to WeatherNet 3 and show you this, because this is very important where citizen science is concerned. The National Weather Service webpage for Memphis is weather.gov/MEG. Very easy to remember, or just go to weather.gov and click on the Mid-South. Go to the current hazards section right underneath the main menu, drop down to submit a storm report, and then this is what you can do to, again, show where you were, what's going on, what happened, when, where, how much, all that type of stuff, and that's all available to you here. A good opportunity for you to help the National Weather Service to let them know what actually happened, and then they pass those reports on to us. The main thing is you need to stay safe in doing so, so please keep that in mind out there, but very easy to get to. Again, weather.gov/MEG, and then go to the storm report, submit a storm report page. You can also submit storm photos very easily to there, and also don't forget that you can send them along to us at News Channel 3 on our Facebook, Twitter. I'm on pretty much everything known to man when it comes to social media, so I'll be having those out there as well. And thanks to everybody for the reports tonight, but please stay safe. There's one of them right there at the bottom of your screen if you'd like to see what's going on there. That current line, again, making its way into and around northern parts of Mississippi, that is going to be the heaviest activity. I'm going to stop this for just a second and zoom in on this particular area right around Bolivar, between there and the state line. So I'll go back to sweep radar here, so that'll give us a little bit better idea as to what's going on. It doesn't look like much, but right around Middleton, we've got, again, some pretty heavy signatures taking place of rainfall. So from Summer, Middleton, Walnut, Mississippi, Ashland, Holly Springs, there's probably a good possibility of some very heavy rain, very low visibility in this particular location. I'm going to switch over to hail, and if this confirms what I'm thinking at this time, we may see, again, the possibility.
There it is.
And right there is what I was worried about. Doesn't look as bad as some of the other signatures that we had across the area last couple of hours. About 1 1/3 inches there. So a little bit larger than golf ball, a little bit smaller than tennis ball, but still not a place you want to go to. There's actually 2 signatures out there, one just around the Middleton area, and that double one right between Hickory Valley and between and east of Grand Junction. So again, good hail signatures for parts of the area tonight, but again, if you're out and about for this, try to reconsider, try to get a new, try to postpone as far as you can at this point.
Yeah, that Middleton signature, I think that was right out there, Peavine Road.
As you say, if this was Topeka, Kansas, I'm sure I could answer just as easily. But if you're out there again at Peavine
Road, or Fritton Spur.
Yeah.
I mean, those are 2 popular places out in Middleton. Hey, we're coming up on 5 minutes now. Actually, coming up on 4 minutes before midnight here. And you're watching wall-to-wall weather coverage on WREG News Channel 3. And we're watching severe storms across the Mid-South area tonight. We've only had 1 tornado warning close to our viewing area. That was earlier this evening, back over across parts of Chester County, Tennessee, out into Hardin County, and points eastward. That warning has expired. At this point, we're seeing only severe thunderstorm warnings across the region. And we're getting a plethora of what should we say, feedback from people across the area on social media, phone calls, email, you name it, it's coming in, and that's what we want, because it's one thing for us to see this on radar. It's another thing when it's verified by storm spotters, when it's verified from viewers like you, what you're experiencing. One gentleman who's a good friend of ours down in Mississippi, Kevin, he just wanted to know, did we have a tornado come through the South Haven area? You have not. This is a very strong thunderstorm cell, and Kevin, it's producing some wind gusts up around 70 miles per hour. So as it comes through, you may think it was a tornado, and it has tornado-like winds. They're strong winds. Actually, they are hurricane-force winds as they come through. So that's what's going on here tonight. We've had wind damage, we've had power outages, and now the strongest part of the storms working out into Hardeman County, over to McNairy County, Tennessee, back into Tippah County, Benton, and also down around the Holly Springs area of Marshall County, Mississippi. Will this be the end of this tonight? Probably not. We will pick up a little bit of a lull from these storms as this particular line of storms pushes south of the News Channel 3 viewing area. In about the next hour or so, But Austin, we could be seeing more storms here a little bit later on tonight.
Yeah, the latest update from the
You wanna
Storm
see it?
Prediction Center, I'm trying to get it to
We-
load, but
we
this is
will
a
be
pretty
seeing
heavy
more
data
storms
file.
later
Again,
on
the
tonight.
moderate risk category remains in
Yeah,
red.
this
That's
is
the
gone
target
by
zone for
now.
the
There's more
heaviest
storms
amount of
are
severe weather
coming.
for late
We'll see
tonight.
more
It's
tonight.
almost Sunday, so we'll be popping over to that here in just a little while. Again, the possibility of severe weather threat at this time will be heaviest in and around the portions of the red shaded area. We still have, again, the potential for severe
Be the
weather
worst
in
in
the enhanced
Jonesboro,
risk area, which is
Blytheville, and
orange, just a step
Dyersburg,
down.
and
But it
Jackson.
still means that it is possible into much of the Mid-South late tonight and into early tomorrow morning. Now, this forecast that you're looking at is
For us, like tonight, early
4
morning.
hours plus old. The next one will be coming up in a little bit less than an hour from the Storm Prediction Center, so we'll get a better idea as to what's going on. Now, also with this, we are not going to be totally done with this, because by the time we get into tomorrow, there is still going to be the threat, at least as of right now. This forecast also about 12 hours old, and again, these only get issued a couple of times a day the farther out you go. Main thing is what to look for with
What you
this.
doing?
Earlier today, we had a lot of activity in the form of everybody being covered over by yellow, the slight risk category. Now into around portions of northeastern Arkansas, we have a less marginal threat, so the conditions are improving over the last few hours. But again, that takes time for these forecasts to be run. Currently, the forecast is again showing that risk. I would guess that as now the main line has started to make its way through the Mid-South, we may see the possibility of some of that lessening by just a little bit. Let's run down everything for you. Good news here at this point in time. It looks like the threat has really started to drop down by just a little bit, including the area that did have the tornado watch in effect for most of Tennessee and northeastern Arkansas. That has now been canceled by the National Weather Service, so that's good news there.
Yes.
We do still have a number of counties under the tornado watch, still in that brick red color underneath the orange, and the severe thunderstorm watch that was in effect for Dyer County, that has also expired at this time. So again, very good news. It looks like things are settling down by just a little bit. If you are traveling, let's say east, middle Tennessee, Alabama, Nashville into around the area of Huntsville down to around Montgomery, you do still have a severe thunderstorm watch in effect, as does the rest of the state of Tennessee, all the way back and midnight, and that just took care of that watch right there. Let's go back over. We're going to have to continue this trend. We do still have a tornado watch in effect for most of north central Arkansas. That's in effect until 2 o'clock this morning, and we do still have a decent amount of thunderstorms making its way through northeast Arkansas area. Time is just past midnight. It is now officially Sunday morning for our friends at the FCC. This is WREG TV News Channel 3 in Memphis. Thank you very much for that. And as of right now, again, the heaviest activity down across northern Mississippi, where there are still numerous severe thunderstorm warnings in effect at this time. The possibility of anything involving heavier amounts of thunderstorms coming on through. Looks like we're trying to get some showers developing in front of that line between Holly Springs and Oxford, and then more activity right along the Tennessee-Mississippi state line into northern portions of Mississippi, and more opportunities for rainfall coming up throughout the rest of the activity going on here throughout the rest of the evening. Let's go back to our co-anchor Kristen on the news desk. Got some more information about, I believe, a tree on a house, if I heard things in my ear quite correctly.
All right, Austin, we're going to check back in with WREG's Troy Washington. She is live in Fraser. And Troy, what was the trip like, and what are you seeing now? I hear there's a tree on a home.
In Fraser, a tree on a house.
Well, you have to see this to believe it. If you look right here, this tree was completely uprooted.
Oh,
You
wow.
can see it barely missed this home, but we've been receiving a lot of reports of trees on top of homes, but that isn't the case right now. But here's why we couldn't go much further to even show you more damage. So you just walk with me real quick. I'll give you guys a look. We're actually blocked here, so we weren't able to keep going because there are actually trees and limbs down at this point. So a lot of the streets here in Fraser blocked off from the damage. It's complete darkness here, a lot of them without electricity at this hour. But as I mentioned, we weren't able to go much further. We basically had to park our news truck and get out. Now the owners here arriving, I'm sure, pretty amazed by this site. So if you take a look again, you can kind of see this tree barely missed. the home to the left, barely missing that car. Now, many reports coming in of trees on homes as well as trees on roads blocking off the way. And as we showed you, that is the case here in Fraser.